Hello friends, today we are going to learn how we are going to make a correlation plot. I have already uploaded the file with the name of Mint and here are different indexes. I have just taken the prices which are prevailing in the different indexes. There are total of 1990 observations and 10 indices are there. So that means I'll be calculating the correlation among 10 variables. Now, if we generally calculate the correlation, our command is cor and I want to calculate the correlation between two variables. Let's say my first variable is Mexico and for your next is JKSC. So you will just get one number. Or if you want to calculate the correlation for three variables, then we are going to use the command data.frame. And now I'm going to write the three variables. For example, your Mexico, your JKSC, and your NGSC index. Now, if you are going to observe, you will see that we are going to get the correlation in this form. That means in a numerical form, in a table form. But if you will think that this table form is not attractive, I'm not going to calculate that which two variables are more correlated or which two variables are less correlated, or pictorial form is not there. So now we are going to learn how we are going to make the pictorial form over here. So we are going to learn these type of plots. So the first plot will be how to make a colorful number correlation plot. Now what I am going to do, first of all, I am going to store the correlation in one variable, or we can say one vector. So let me name the vector as M. So M is equals to cor data.frame, and I am going to write the names of all the variables. So the first variable is your Mexico, then your JKSC, your NGSC index, your BIST, your BSC, your SPGB, SP500, FTSC 100. Your next variable is Nikki, NIKK, and your last variable is FTSC MIB. Now what can happen? Now if I am going to calculate this variable, there can be any terms between the variables that I have taken, because I have not seen whether there is some any term or not. So the simple thing is I just want to give the command to the R that I don't want the any term. So what I am going to do, I am going to write the command that I am giving the information that use the method where pairwise correlation will be there. So I am saying pairwise complete correlation. I want all the variables where the complete correlation will be there. No any terms. I don't need any terms. So dot obs. Now you will see over here the M vector is created and all the 10 variables are having the pair correlation. That means this BIST will be having the correlation with BSC also. BIST will be having the correlation with SPGB also, with SP500 also. That means one variable will be having the correlation with the rest of the 9 variables. Now I want to plot, the first plot is how to make the colorful number cor plot. So now whatever we have seen over here, the pictorial presentation will be formed over here. So for this you will be needing one package cor plot. So you have to just download this package and just library it. Now we are going to use the command cor plot. Now first of all I am going to write the vector in which I have stored the correlation, which is I have given the name to be M, and I am saying that method should be equals to your number. I want the numbers only. Okay. Now you can see your graph is ready. Here are your variable name, and this is your graph where you can say your plot where the numbers are there, and this is your colorful tab where it will represent that which color is going to represent how much of the correlation. You can see the warmer colors which are represented by red colors and light colors are represented by blue. So you will see that FTSC is having a negative correlation because warmer colors are representing the negative correlation and blue color is representing the positive correlation. So the number these colors are representing whether the correlation is positive or negative, whether the correlation is less or whether the correlation is more. So that means whether it is zero correlated, moderate correlated, or it is highly correlated is represented by your colors. So by seeing this plot, you can judge what type of correlation is there. Now, if I'm going to see this diagram, you will see that the numbers are very closely over there. I just want to decrease the size of the numbers, or I want to decrease the size of the text. So what I'm going to do, with the same command, I'll add one more command that will be number.cex is equals to 0.7. I'm just writing 0.7. You can just write 0.5, 0.6, 0.9. That means it is representing how small numbers you are required. And if I want to decrease the size of the text also, so the command will be tl.cex, and whatever number you want to give, I want to give 0.7. Now you can observe over here that your text size is also reduced and your number size is also reduced. Now, next this plot is we are going to learn how to make an alphabet plot. Now, if I'm going to give the command corplot, and again I will use the vector m because I want to represent this correlation plot, this correlation, the calculated correlation in a form of plot. So this will be your corplot m, and method is color. Method, I want the colorful plot. This is color, and I want to give the order is equals to alphabet. Now, if you are going to observe this, since I have not given the numbers, so it is not represented the numbers over here. It is a colorful plot and the arrangement is according to the alphabets. B comes first, then comes F, then J, then M, then N, then S. So that means arrangement of the correlation is according to the alphabets. So that is known as alphabet plot. Now next is I want to make a correlation plot with the help of circles. So that means instead of this squares, I want a circle. So my command will be corplot, and I'll just write M. So that means if you are just writing M by default, you will get the circles. Now you can see over here all the circles, the correlation plot is represented by your circles. Here it will be represented by the negative correlation and blue color will show you the positive correlation, and the size of these circles as well as the color of these circles are representing whether there is a low correlation, there is a moderate correlation, or there is a high correlation, maybe in the positive or maybe in the negative part. Our next correlation plot will be how to make a correlation plot as per AOE. AOE means approximately optimum estimation. Now the question arises, what do you mean by AOE? That means approximation, optimum estimation. Now if we talk about the order, now I have given you one of the order is alphabetically, that means correlation plot is arranged as per the alpha name of the variables. That means all the variables will be arranged as per the alphabets. A will come first and the Z will come in the last. Now in approximation method, it will going to visualize, that means highly correlated variables altogether. Now in alphabets it will be according to alphabets. Now AOE means according to the correlation. Highly correlation will be grouped together, then moderate, then low, and then the negative correlation will be there. So our command will be corplot and again M, and I'm saying order should be equals to your AOE. Now you can see over here, this is clustered as per the correlation. Highly correlated are clustered together and then the negative correlation. So whenever you want to show the plot that this visualization is there, that means highly correlated should become in the cluster form, we will always use the command for AOE. Next is how to make a correlation plot only on the lower portion. Now in this you will observe that FTS is represented on the lower portion also and FTS is represented on the upper portion also. That means each and every correlation is represented 2 times, one in the lower panel and one in the upper panel. So now I just want in the lower panel only. So the command will be your corplot and then your M, comma. Now I am using the method to be equals to your square. I am not going to represent all the correlation with the help of square. You can use circle, you can use pie chart, or whatever. You can use ellipse, whatever you want, you can use it. So I want it in the square, and I am saying the order should be equals to FPC. Now let me explain what is FPC. First of all, let me write the command, and type is lower. I want all the correlation only on the lower part, not on the upper part. If you want on the upper part, you can just write the upper. I'm just writing lower. And I'm saying diagonal should be false. I don't want anything on the diagonal, so it's false. Now, what is FPC? FPC is flexible procedure for clustering. That means what we are doing, we are reordering the correlation matrix. And reorder of the correlation matrix is based on the hierarchy clustering. Now this will help you in to show the underlying pattern and the structure within the correlation matrix. Now let's see it over here. Now again, if you will see, only on the lower part correlation is shown. Since I have given the command that all the correlation should be shown with the help of square, so that's why you are getting square. You can use circle, you can use ellipse, you can use pie. And again the warmer colors, that means red color is showing you the negative correlation and blue color is showing you the positive. And you can see the cluster over here, the highly correlated variables are shown over here. Then the moderate and then the low correlation. And last it comes out to be the negative correlation. Okay, next is that how to make a correlation plot with ellipse on the upper part. Now in this we have just done the square and the square is shown on the lower part. Now if I want to show the ellipse and that too on the upper part, so my command will be corplot and I will be saying for M only, and now my order will be, or you can say method will be equals to ellipse. And now my order will be equals to, let's say we can do it by AOE, and type is equals to, I am saying make it on the upper part. So it will be corplot M, comma, method is equals to ellipse, comma, order equals to AOE, and type equals to upper. Now you can observe that the ellipses are shown on the upper part. And again the clustering is there. You can see that the highly correlated are over here and the negative correlations are over there. Now let's move on to the next chord plot. The next is I want to make a correlation plot with numbers on the lower part and figures on the upper part. That means in the lower part numbers will be there and in the upper parts figures will be there. Maybe your circle, maybe your ellipse, maybe your pi, maybe your square. So that means I want two things together. So I'll be using the command mixed. So it will be chord plot mixed, and again from the M, order is equals to AOE. Now you can see over here, since I have not given whether I want the ellipse or I want the square or I want the pi, so by default R will take you a circle, and you can see the numbers are there on the lower panel and the circles are there on the upper panel. Now since the numbers are in the higher order, so what you can do, you can decrease the size of the numbers or even you can decrease the size of this alphabets, their variables names. You can decrease the size. As I have already told you what you have to give the command. The command is very simple. With the same thing you will just write number dot cex equals to 0.7 and your TL.cex is equals to 0.7, and you can see the size of the numbers is also reduced, even the size of the variable names are also reduced. So these are the different ways by which you can make a plot and you can represent it wherever you want. That's all. Thank you.